Welcome to Women on the Move Live. I'm your host, Kim McNair. You know, this show is all about women who are in business, doing business, and all about business. So listen, call a friend, tweet them, send them an Instagram message, and tell them that Women on the Move Live is on the air. It's that time. It's season 2. I want to see you. Check this out. Well, I have a great show planned for you today. Now, you may have heard of the chick in charge. Well, she's here and she's in charge. Welcome, Miss Mary Parker.
Hi, Kim.
Hi.
It's good to be here with you
Oh, I'm
today.
so glad you're here. This is good because, again, these women that watch and that are part of the show, they're women on the move just like yourself. And it's always good to be able to give them good information to inspire them, to keep them informed of all the things and also encourage them. That's so big. And you've been doing some great things. So, I'm just glad to have you here with me.
Well, thank you, and congratulations to you and all those other fantastic women. That's really, really making things happen in our society today.
Yes, well, you are a pioneer, you're outgoing, you're impactful, and known as a mogul. And your background has been in mostly male-dominant industries. Talk to us a little bit about that. How was that making those things happen and just standing out in front of the rest?
Well, first of all, I have to say that it's a great thing that God knows the plan, right?
Yes,
Because so
yes.
many times we enter into those career fields or industries, and we don't even know how we got there. So we
Right.
have to know that part of that is because of divine intervention. But my career has been outstanding. I don't know what I would have done differently than what I'm doing now. Everything that I've done has pretty much been in a male-dominated industry, starting, of course, with my career back at General Motors in
Right,
in the
right.
70s. But pre that, it was my uncle, growing up with my uncle, who was an automobile mechanic.
Get
So it
out.
was, I didn't go into the General Motors totally naive to what
Right,
building
right.
cars were
See,
all
that's
about,
good.
which was definitely good. And then it helped that I was a tomboy. As a child, we teased my dad and said I was his first boy,
Oh,
right?
no,
So,
no.
so I got lots of practice, which helped to build my confidence being in those male environments. But sometimes, we overlook the value that we as women bring to various environments, be it automotive or security or wherever the male dominated industries are. And for so many reasons. We bring the nurturing to the
Yes, yes,
table.
that's right,
We
that's right.
help them to see things from a woman's perspective, which in many cases, women are working on their team.
That's right, that's right.
And so it's just so much value that we bring. And so in navigating my way through that male-dominated industry, first of all, I never saw myself as different.
That's good, that's
And the
good, that's
reason for
good.
that is because I was as much an expert at what I did as
They
as
were.
they were.
Oh,
So I
wow.
didn't downplay the fact that I was a female being there, that I didn't have any reason for being there. I always felt that I belonged there.
See, that's
You know,
good,
and
that's
and
good.
it takes confidence, but it also takes knowing your trade as well.
Okay,
Now, you
okay.
can't go into those
Perfecting that craft, that's
perfecting
it.
the craft. Many people will say, um, um, learn to master tools of the
Okay,
trade.
right, right,
Okay,
right.
but I say master the trade.
Ah,
Master the trade
trade.
and then learn what other tools are needed in order
Good.
to supplement that. And so, moving forward, as I indicated, I started at General Motors. It was a wonderful
Right,
stint in
right.
the, manufacturing as an operator. But then that wasn't enough. That wasn't
No,
my
no.
DNA. I wanted to be in charge.
See, look
I
at
wanted
that.
to lead, be the leader of the pack, so to speak, because I wasn't afraid. Challenges, bring them on.
Yes.
And because I was eager to learn, I was eager to be different, but I was also very eager throughout my life to make an
Oh, wow.
impact
Oh,
in the lives of others.
now, all-in-one security. Oh my goodness. Now, I
All-in-one
mean, you turned
security.
that thing around. I mean, I was reading, and that's your baby. I know. You turned it around, and you have over 200 employees. It started with just you. Now you have over 200 employees, and it tripled digit in growth in leadership, and now it's a multi-million-dollar company. Wow. Well, I'm sitting here with a millionaire. You guys better take a look. This is what $1 million looks like.
Well, I want to share something with you. A friend
Okay.
told me once, you are a millionaire if you make $1 million that you take home every year.
All right. Okay.
So it's not just making the millions, but
Yes,
are you taking
taking
at
it
least
home,
$1 million home?
That's
So
right.
that
That's
makes the big difference.
yes.
All-in-one security is definitely my baby.
Yes.
I love what I do. I love the clientele that we have. The Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport
Oh
by
my goodness.
far is the largest client that anyone, I believe, would want to hold in their portfolio. And we've been doing business there now
Yes.
for about 12
Wow,
years
that is
from the
great.
5th runway.
Get out of
Yeah, we
here.
secured the 5th runway. We
Oh.
spent 3.5 years on that particular project, and we've gone from securing the 5th runway with people
Uh-huh,
to
uh-huh.
actually securing the overall facilities and the
Look at that.
parking
Look at
because we
that.
maintain all of their CCTV and access control systems. Plus, we have, well over 100 employees securing the parking lots
Look
in
at
and around
that.
the airport. You said over 200. I just want to make a slight correction. We're
Oh,
now
oh.
over 300
Woo!
employees,
Good.
and we're
Oh, that is
excited.
great.
We're
I'm
so
excited for
excited
you. This
about
is
that,
so
and we're
great.
still growing. Of course,
Oh.
this is one of the fastest growing industries there is.
This is awesome. This is
Yeah.
so when you think about security, it's not only just that. Your security and technology. I heard that. Well, I didn't heard. I read that you partnered with the Secret Service for the president when Barack Obama came and First Lady Michelle Obama. How did that happen? Did they just say call a chicken charge or how,
Well,
oh that was oh goodness.
that would have been great
Yes, yes,
if our
yes.
brand was that strong. However, we received a phone call as a result of the school. We were working with Morehouse School anyway.
Oh
And
wow.
also when they were here for the Super Bowls and NBA, you have a lot of high profile, and the Trumpet Awards, we also have them.
Oh
But
goodness.
so the venues dictate which security
Look
company,
at that.
and because we are at a lot of the venues when that type of security is needed, we're going to be the first one called to augment the Secret Services when they're in town.
Wow, that is
Yes.
great. So see, it's power in the connection. You need to know, you need to be in the right places and connected to the right people. But not only that, doing what you need to do, putting your business in the right places and, and making sure those contracts are there and where they need to be. This is great, Mary. I
Yes,
mean,
and also to ensure that the persons you're providing services for, regardless to the industry,
yes.
but make sure they know your level of expertise and are comfortable with you as the owner of the company providing the services, because so many people find niches and they create a way and create a team, and it's nothing wrong with that. But when you're doing business with a company and you know that they're from grassroots, I started as a security officer, and in corporate America I worked my way to director of security.
Oh,
And going
wow.
from there to now being the provider of the services that I provided when I was in corporate America, it just gives us a little edge.
See, look at
Yeah,
that. That is
yeah.
awesome. And that's great for people that are in a, they're in a certain role or they're in a leadership role and they're moving up the ladder. Learn your craft, create a niche in what you're doing. My mother used to say, create a need. That's what she said.
That's
Whatever you
right.
do, Kim, create a need, because once you do that, they're going to be like, well, where is she? I need this. I need that.
And they
that's
don't
what you
want
have
it
to
from
do.
anyone else. The hardest transition for me in my business was when I began to create and develop my infrastructure with other executives. The brand was so strong, whenever I went out to sell something, they always wanted me. If you're not providing it, do you have someone who's going to do it as well as you?
Right.
Well, that's where that hands-on really comes in, because I heard my clients. I heard them very clearly. And it was important for me to pass the torch, transfer that knowledge,
Yes.
and ensure that I gave them some of the techniques that I use to ensure longevity with the clients when I was no longer the one servicing everyone.
Oh, that is great. Well, look, this is great. We're having a good time here. I'm going to take a break right now. We're going to pause for the cost and we'll be right back.
Welcome to Women's Health Institute of Macon.
Middle Georgia's premier choice for OBGYN, liposuction, vein treatment, aesthetics, and much more. Our facility was designed with patient comfort and affordability in mind. Our JC accredited on-site surgery center handles many procedures in office with no need for outpatient referrals. Our doctors and staff are highly trained and ready to serve you and your family. Call today for a free vein screening. Trust your care to Women's Health Institute of Macon.
Well, we're back. I'm telling you, we are having such a good time, Mary. I am so glad you're here. You're just a wealth of knowledge, and it's so good. I don't even think you remember. I met you when I moved here. I moved to Atlanta back in 06, 07, and I joined the ABL, the Atlanta Business League.
Yes.
And I met you then, and you were just so inspirational then, and a lot of good information. And I kind of watched, and then I don't know if you were the chairman then or the chair at that time, but I went to something at Grady, and you were there, and I was like, wow, look at it. So you had all the elements of that chicken charge, because I was like, okay, all right, I got to network with the right people and get to know the right people coming into a new town.
I've got to give ABL a plug right here.
Yes, yes.
Because that was the first organization I joined when I moved to Atlanta in 1992. And if you come to Atlanta and find your way into the ABL, you should stay there because it's absolutely some wonderful things happening with the league.
I
and
enjoyed
thanks for
it.
that reminder. I remember you from the Grady evening. It was just
that's
a few of us, but we had a ball.
So I was like, oh, wow. So I've been around. But listen, you just had your gala, and I want to know a little bit more about the gala because I wasn't able to make it, but share.
Well, that's okay. You can come next year. We want everyone who didn't have an opportunity to join us this year for our third annual Raising Other Generations. It's actually our scholarship fundraiser. And oh my God, this year, in 3 years, the things that my team, the board, have done to bring such perfection to the gala was just absolutely amazing. Our first year we had under 200, and last Saturday we had almost 500 people in the room. I remember I walked in the room, Kim, and I said, "Oh my God, this is our event. This is what 500 people in a room looks like."
Great,
so
that's
it was
amazing.
Great. We had the wonderful Victoria Royale as our mistress of ceremony. We honored Dr. Bobby Jones with our Legends Generational Award, and one that's a household name here in Atlanta is Ted Turner. His oldest grandson, John R., received one of our Keep It Moving, and there was Todd Gray and Melvin Williams from Atlanta AGL Resources, which, by the way, is one of my really long time great clients. But we started doing this because in a run of a day, I meet so many people.
Right, I can
and
imagine.
when I realized that I had 5 generations in my world, and I thought it would really be impactful for the older people to connect with the younger people. They teach them technology. And, and I call them golden wonders, and the golden wonders will teach us wisdom.
That is great.
Transfer talents.
That's right.
So that was the objective to all of that. So, that's one of the programs to my foundation, the Mary Parker Foundation, and that is our stellar event of the year. And we're very, very proud. So we recognize these individuals in 5 categories, 1 special and 1 partner award. And then we also, for the first time this year, honored 10 students with our scholarship. And we gave 10 students a total of $25,000, increasing our contributions in 5 years to over $100,000. And we now have, it was 24 before Saturday, 34 students now going to a variety of colleges and universities across the country.
That is great. That is awesome. That's good. I'm glad you, just told us a little bit more about it. And now more people that did know about it will know about it and be ready for next year. Go to MaryParkerFoundation.com. Check out all the great things she's doing with the Academy. Now the book. The Chicken Charge.
My other baby.
Yes, the book.
The Chicken Charge. I actually decided a year and a half ago that I would write the book. I gave myself a launch date. And I worked forward from there to meet the launching date.
Oh, wow.
And when I started the book, it was no title. But as I began to write and talk about what I was doing, it became pretty clear to me that throughout my life, I was placed in positions that I had to take charge of situations. I've had, ups and downs and demotions and firing and, from different jobs and so forth. And I realized I needed to take control of my destiny as well, my career path, and so forth. And so I wrote the book to pretty much chronicle my
Okay.
life, my life. And it started with this little girl, 4-year-old little girl in
Wow.
Grenada, Mississippi, following around my bootlegging grandfather.
All right.
That's where I got my first entrepreneurial experiences from.
Wow.
So throughout the course of my life, it has taken its, turns up and down. My parents sent me away from Mississippi when I was, 12 years old because they were afraid that I was going to cause trouble to the family with being in charge.
Yes, yes.
As I was outspoken and everyone knew where I was coming from. And then I went to Michigan to live with my aunt and uncle. That's how I ended up with a career at General Motors.
Okay, so that's the backstory to everything.
But the
wow.
purpose for the book I want to empower women through my
Okay,
story
and that's
to
important.
encourage them that regardless of what happens, you can get pregnant. Oh, well, I did as well.
Right,
I
right.
was a high school pregnant.
I was a teen mom, so
Yeah.
I understand.
You get
Oh, yes.
married, you marry an abusive man.
Oh,
okay,
Lord.
that was me as well.
Uh-huh.
So the story is our story. I
Yes.
wrote it. I wrote our story.
Thank you.
And so the chick in charge, as the story unfolds, it shows that it's that woman who've had many ups and downs. Life was not on a silver platter at all. It was a lot of support, but mainly it was the attitude of I've got this.
All
I
right.
can do
Oh,
this.
my goodness.
You can knock me down, but I'm getting back
Back
up.
up.
But watch out because next time I'm coming with more ammunition.
All right, so you brought my autographed copy,
I
right?
did.
Okay, now I know you got it over
I
there.
sure do
Yes.
have that
Oh,
for you.
Thank you so much.
And I hope you will enjoy the read.
I will. And I thank you so much for taking time to sit with me today and just share a little bit more, share with our audience all the great things you're doing. I'm going to enjoy this book. Please pick up the book. You can go to womenonthemovetv.com. I'm going to have a link. I'll have it there. And all the ways of getting in touch with Ms. Parker. This has just been truly amazing. You are an inspiration to me. I got to talk to you about being my mentor, but we'll talk about that off camera.
Okay, I
All
would
right?
love to, absolutely.
All right.
Thank
Well,
you
look,
so much.
Thank you so much. Look, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back.
When I first opened Just For You Women's Healthcare, I wanted to be an office that was unlike any other OBGYN office. I wanted to be a place where a woman could come and almost feel like she was visiting an old girlfriend instead of just going to the doctor. The inviting atmosphere, warm, safe, makes our experience different than any other you'll find out there. I'm being trusted by you to deliver your babies, your most precious possession. We're being trusted by you to do surgeries, and people trust us all the time, and we appreciate that so much. Our staff is warm and inviting. We have fun. We dress up for Halloween. You might see anything when you come into Just For You, but you'll always get a welcome face and a happy smile and a glad to see you. You will enjoy your experience here.
My name is Conchetta Smith, and I have been a patient for 5 years at Just For You OBGYN. When I met Dr. Johnson, I had been in a series of different doctors telling me different things about my body and running tests to tell me that I possibly would not be able to have kids because of some personal things that was going on. She assured me that from this point on, everything would be okay. And if we got to a point to where it wouldn't be, then we would seek other options. I couldn't have Jemiah if it wasn't for her. My husband and I are forever grateful for Dr. Johnson, her skills, and her staff.
My name is Patricia Walters. I've been coming to Just For You OBGYN for 3 years now. I was sent here by my primary doctor due to my anemia. Dr. Johnson done an ablation on me 2 years ago. It did not work. So she done a hysterectomy in October 21st of 2015. My anemia is gone. I am truly blessed and honored to have her as my doctor. She's not just your typical doctor. She's your next door neighbor. She's your friend. She cares about how you feel. She's always there to talk to no matter what it's about. You can be honest with her. And she will be delivering my granddaughter in 1 week.
For sure you will enjoy it at Just For You. We appreciate you, and we hope to see you soon at Just For You.
Well, we're back. Look, I have another guest. She's all about the power. That's right. She's got the power, actually. Meet Miss Lisa Smith.
Well, hello.
How
Thank
you
you
doing?
for this
Oh,
opportunity to
thank
be
you for
here.
coming. So glad to see your pleasant face in the place. It's always good. Always
Yes,
good.
good to
Well,
spend time with you.
yes, yes. Well, you know, here at Women on the Move, we kind of get right in because people are just kind of waiting to see who the next guest is, what knowledge, what wisdom they're going to share each and every day. So, or, you know, when we're on the air. So I want to make sure that we get right in there. Now, you're the South Metro Regional Manager for Georgia Power.
That's right.
That's right.
So in this role, I cover about 6 counties, starting with South Fulton. We have a great team, and pretty much anything that touches Georgia Power, we are in charge of that, whether it's sales, customer service, the crews, the engineers that keep the lights on,
that's
and a
important.
large part of what we do is focus on the community, and that's what I love about my
Yes,
job.
yes.
So
That
that's what we
community
do.
Service. Well, you're definitely out in the community. Of course, I've seen you at many things, and I've always, you know, it's always a joy to kind of see where I can say, well, we're paying that bill, and then we see you guys out in the community and say, okay, it's all right, it's all right. You know, that's like when you go to church, you pay the tithes, and you want to make sure, okay, it's all good. So it's great to see you in the community so we can see where everything goes,
yes.
which is a good thing. Now, you've been in this role, I mean, you kind of started, I guess, with Southern Company.
Right.
And then transitioned over to Georgia Power. But how is it? Because, you know, you're a woman, you know, it's like our
Yes.
guest we had earlier today, in a male-dominant industry. How is that? How is it working your way up the ladder? Because, again, leadership, you know,
Yes.
you know, that's a leadership role. So what tips and tools and kind of things you can tell the women or someone that may be watching today?
Yes.
And share with me, too, because I need some skill training.
Well, I will tell you, I know I look young, but I've been with the Southern Company for almost 24 years,
Wow,
and it
that's
has
great.
been a wonderful journey. So it's really interesting because there are some benefits to working in a male-dominated industry. A lot of times, even in Metro Atlanta, even in 2016, I'm still the only person of color sometimes in a meeting. I may be the only female. So there are benefits because it's easy to kind of set yourself apart.
Yes.
But on the same hand, that can be challenging because everything that you do is noticed, everything that you say. So you just have to be very mindful of that.
Okay.
I will say, I have seen over the years the benefits of having wonderful role models, particularly my father, very close to him. And I think for young girls, even if they don't have a father in the home, having a male figure in their lives can really make a huge difference in terms of building confidence. My father was a very humble man, but a very smart man. He was uneducated, but very intelligent. And so he was able to give me a sense of confidence when it came to doing things that were outside of the box. And so I had brothers growing up, so I knew how to work on cars. I was always outside, and so engineering was something that just really, I didn't even know what an engineer was,
just
but it came natural.
There you go,
I
naturally,
love math
see?
and science, and I also had a lot of very strong women in my life who my grandmother would always say, do the things I never had a chance to do. So that balance
great.
there.
never had a chance to
Yes,
do. I like that.
absolutely.
I
And I
like that.
still hear that. Sometimes when I am in a situation, it's like, really, do I want to take on this? And I can hear my grandmother say, do it. Do
it.
things I never had the chance to do. So it's been a wonderful journey. I will say most of my career has been with Southern Company.
Okay,
As large as Georgia Power is, it still feels like a family in a lot of ways.
Oh, that's good.
Absolutely. And so I've had a chance to follow behind some wonderful African American women and have some people that I could call, some who look like me, some who don't look like me.
That's right. And it's all good.
Absolutely.
It's all good in what we do.
Yes.
You know? And I mean, and you are a woman on the move. I mean, I look at that because
Thank you.
again, you know, to do the things you've done, you know, engineering coming naturally, not even really knowing what engineering was and then doing it. That's that gift, that talent that we all have. And then being able to go through the stages that you have to be able to share that with others. I mean, this is great. Well, look, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come right back with more with Lisa Smith.
Hey Atlanta, if you're shopping for a new vehicle, you owe it to yourself to come see us at Heritage Cadillac in Morrow.
That's right. We've been in business for over 23 years, and the combination of our great customer service and Cadillac's great vehicles are second to none.
So come join the Heritage family today.
Expect the best. Heritage Cadillac.
All right, well, we're back. Well, Lisa, I'm telling you, this is really good. I know it's been a lot of good information, and you're a true woman of power. You are a true woman of power.
As you are.
Well, thank you, thank you. Now,
Yes.
you know, I wanted to ask, you know, before you go, and I just wanted to ask you to give some words of inspiration to someone who's watching today, you know, that maybe how they can overcome some of the obstacles. So give us some tips, share some things with us.
I would say the number one tip, and I think this is true no matter where you are, no matter the situation, as a woman, we have to be comfortable with who we are. I think my natural style, I love people, I love being around people, but I'm a little more reserved, kind of just even keel. But I'm comfortable with that. I think sometimes people try to put you in a box and say, if you're going to be a leader, you have to be this way. And I do believe at some point in our lives, we have to realize this is how God made me. I bring something to the table just the way that I am. And of course you want to adjust to your situation, but embrace who you are. If you are at the table, speak up. That's my main tip that I love to give. You are there for a reason. And I believe when we do that, we can do anything.
Wow, so when you sit in there, don't just sit there, oh yeah, and talking to yourself or talking to the next person, speak up. Ask the question.
That's right. You don't want to leave that meeting and say, oh, I should have said, or, you know, what about do it while you're there. That's right.
Just do it.
That's right.
Oh, that's good. That's a good tip. Okay, give me one more.
Let's see. The main thing, leave a legacy. At the end of the day, you can keep the lights on at Georgia Power, but who did you help along the way?
Oh, yes.
You want to leave and be able to say that person was promoted, that person was promoted. We were able to do this for that person. You want to leave a legacy.
Oh, wow. Well, that's good. And it's, again, it's about, you know, helping someone else, reaching back and making sure that, and that, so that all kind of works together. This is good. This is good. You're just so smart, Lisa.
I want to be like you, Kim.
Mississippi, huh? Okay.
That's right.
A lot of good people come out of Mississippi.
Well,
I'm meeting a lot of fabulous women and men, you know, that are coming out of the Deep South. Is that considered the Deep South?
I'll take it.
Oh, you'll take it? Okay, because I'm a northern, I'm originally from New Jersey. I was in Orlando, Florida for over 20 years, and now I'm here in Atlanta. So, you know, I try to make sure I say the right things. But it's, again, Lisa, it's been a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
You know, we're partners in all that we do. You've been a part of the Women on the Move Summit.
That's right. Thank you.
And thank you. And I know you guys are going to be coming out supporting again this year. It's coming up September the 22nd. The Women on the Move Summit right in Morrow, Georgia, on the South Side, because we represent the South Side.
That's right.
Yes, we do. Well, I thank you.
Thank
Look,
you.
guys, it's been a great day, a great show. Go to WomenOnTheMoveTV.com. Like I said, check out all the things we have going on. Support Georgia Power and all their community partnerships, community initiatives. Go online. They have a lot of good symposiums that they have at the Georgia Power building. I've been there. It's been great. I get a lot of good information on diversity and all those good things that happen over there. And I want to thank you again for watching. I'll see you guys next week.